3 or 4 producers that I've been a fan of or been paying attention to since I was probably 17 years old, so almost 13 years ago. They were putting out music when I was 17 and 18 years old that I thought at the time was something like NuDisco.
Si ça doit évoquer un truc, c'est peut-être qu'il y a en ce moment une espèce de comeback de la disco qui fait probablement écho au comeback de la house, qui elle-même était un succès d'année de la disco, non?
I call it, you know, a lot of that music's just house music anyway. Really, it's not new disco or anything. But I think, you know, it's a big umbrella, you know, to wrap yourself in, and it could be anything.
Moi, non, le NuDisco, je trouve que c'est plus un truc de la presse qui essaie de trouver autre chose que la nouvelle French Touch. Où il faut bien qu'à un moment, alors il y a un petit peu de retour dans le disco, on le voit dans la pub, on le voit un peu partout. Puis je sais pas comment définir ça.
For me, it's very interesting now, this new disco thing that like producers like, for example, Antoine Cayrol, sitting there, Stevie, are putting out new electronical records that sound like 70s stuff. For me created the possibility to show the old stuff and to go around with it.
I feel like it's a trend that has been going on for a long time. I don't know, it's hard for me to talk about it as being new, because I feel like it's been happening for so long. Re-edits, I enjoy re-edits when it's a song I love that I want to hear it be extended, or there are moments in songs that I like that I think are interesting to extend or to really emphasize.
L'intérêt du réédit, c'est quoi finalement? Se réapproprier un morceau, se dire ok, ils ont fait ça, bon, ils ne se sont pas bien rendus compte que cette partie elle est pas terrible et que celle-là elle est géniale alors qu'elle est trop courte.
Moi, ce qui m'intéresse en général, comme je te disais, dans la musique, c'est l'intensité. Donc je vais souvent essayer de prendre des morceaux qui sont déjà assez intenses au départ, quel que soit le style, et je vais essayer éventuellement d'accentuer le truc un peu, ou de le rendre un peu plus extrême. C'est plus ça qui m'intéresse que de copier des parts et puis allonger des parties, quoi, en gros. Moi j'aime bien l'idée de la progression dans le morceau, l'idée de faire monter le truc un peu, comme dans les trucs psychédéliques.
But when I found out about the original records, when I started finding out that people actually came together in large numbers and made these crazy sounds that then years later house music producers were sampling, I kind of got more interested in making the sounds that the house music guys were sampling, rather than lifting the sounds and editing them or changing them or remixing them or whatever.
I work a bit in the studio with Stevie, but the records that are coming out is actually re-edits of records that I found during my my treasure hunts. It's not always good records that you find, but sometimes you find the record that is interesting with like few super good loops and a lot of bad pieces. So what I do is take out the good pieces, because back then it was maybe a good record, but for the kids today it can be a good record. I try to get that out.
It's kind of like remixing, but only like when you're remixing, you are using like the multi-tracks, but when you're editing, then you can just use the whole track. It was really inspiring for me to do it, like when I did maybe 20-25 edits, but it kind of took the focus away from like making the original music, and that's what's important to me.
C'est normal qu'un nouveau courant qui s'insinue rentre dans ce schéma-là. A fortiori, il s'appuie sur le fait même de pirater la musique pour créer un morceau.
I personally, I'm sort of old school in the sense that I like the tactile experience of having a piece of vinyl and playing a piece of vinyl. That it's hard for me to sort of encourage anyone to buy an MP3 version of my music.
Les seuls disques que j'achète aujourd'hui, c'est des formats un peu spécifiques, des belles pochettes. Ils vont plus axer le truc sur l'artwork à la limite, sur
pour vendre quelque chose, pour avoir un truc à vendre. Parce que la musique se suffit plus elle-même.
It's DJ culture. I love that. You have to come up with something special, and because everybody wants it, everybody has to do this. You know, like a small but good limited reissue or issue of a record means that you get like people talking about it, and you remember, like in '91, '92 with this club sound, everybody was after that unique one. And scratch off the label, but I like to just put out a very good record, only small. That would be very cool to do one day, just to have on the parties where it belongs.
En même temps, en ce moment, il y a une espèce de vague chelou de Vinyl is not dead, machin, alors que plus que jamais, là vraiment, on assiste à la mort du vinyle, quoi. Ne serait-ce que dans la façon dont mixent les DJ. Qui tu vois aujourd'hui qui mixe des vinyles?
Yeah, but I don't know, there's a little line that's crossed by some people, but generally, if some MP3 bloggers and that have got hold of it, and this is not actually okay to do, by the way, if you're doing this, just, you know, but, you know, it's not the end of the world.
Et je suis DJ, organisateur de soirées, programmateur et compileur d'une compile consacrée à Kid Creole. Voilà.
Bah, moi je fais de la musique, je suis Pilouski, je fais de la musique dans la forme d'une façon assez large.
If they start throwing things at me, you have to start throwing things back.
I just want to look at my schedule and think, oh, I got like 2 weeks free and I can do whatever I want.
My name is Stevie Coty, and I'm searching for disco records in my life.
You're from Germany?
No, Rotterdam.
Rotterdam?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, no.